Hineben Sports 84. I was looking at an interview that was conducted with regards to the upcoming fight between Canelo and Chavez, and they were interviewing Canelo, and he was asked of his opinion of the fight between Jacobs and Golovkin, and Canelo claims Jacobs won the fight by at least 2 or 3 points. So Canelo seems to share the opinion as myself that Dan Jacobs won the fight. Before I go into details about Canelo and his opinions, I'm really surprised Canelo still cannot speak fluently in English. Somebody who's been around the block for all this time and you still can't speak English. You need to use a translator all the time. There's a lot of Mexican boxers who come around the block and they are able to at least speak some level of English when they get to a certain level in their career. But it seems Canelo is not willing to put any effort to speak English. He's just okay with his native language and he doesn't want to. That's not good enough. You need to speak English so you connect to more, because at the moment you are fighting a country that speaks English. So to connect more with your fans in your your adopted country that you're fighting in, you need to speak English so you can connect with them more. But it seems he doesn't care. Things are working out for him as it is. So what's the point in being something else? So that was just by the way. Now to what he was saying, that was perfectly true. I really agree with what he's saying about the fight between Jacobs and Golovkin. Jacobs won the fight. As to whether he meant what he's saying or he's just saying to spite Golovkin, I don't know. So I'm just going to take him by his words. I don't really know him personally, so all I can do is take him by his words. So I totally agree with what he said. Jacobs won the fight, and unfortunately the decision was given to Golovkin. As for his upcoming fight with Chavez, I've already given my opinion on the fight. Canelo has not really been conducting himself like a true boxer or someone who is willing to establish some level of legacy in his career. He seems to always look for a sort of advantage in any fight he takes on. But lately I'm beginning to wonder if it is Canelo or it is Golden Boy who is making all these matchups for him. Because Canelo, it might be that Canelo is willing to face anybody, but Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya are not willing to risk him. So they try to match him up with fighters who they know that Canelo has an advantage over them. So it might be either way. Lately, this is how I'm beginning to see it. I might not have to be blaming Canelo so much, because looking at Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya's antics, I can't put it beyond him. Oscar De La Hoya doesn't look like somebody who can be trusted. He looks like someone who is cunning in his ways, giving people all kinds of ultimatum, telling Triple G not to fight. How can you tell somebody not to fight somebody and give him the threaten to not get a fight with Canelo if he takes on the fight? What has that got to do with you? If he fights the person and he's injured, it doesn't really matter. You just go through the fight, and if you win, you win. That's of no concern to you. Why would you be bothered with what he is doing? De La Hoya seems like a shady character, so I'm beginning to think he's the one putting Canelo in these matchups that's giving the advantage. He's going to make sure Canelo fights somebody he knows 100% that he's going to win the fight. That's why he had no interest in him fighting Golovkin, because the odds were a little bit too much stacked against Canelo, so he wasn't willing to take that risk. So this is how I'm beginning to see it now. It might not be all Canelo's doing as I initially thought. Oscar De La Hoya might be the one behind the scenes pulling the strings. But as for his fight against Chavez, I'm really rooting for Chavez to beat Canelo, so that De La Hoya will lose some of his He's bragging, he's bargaining rights. So that we shut him up a little bit, because right now he looks to be conducting himself in a pompous nature, and it's not something I really, it's not something pleasing to the eye. I don't like that sort of attitude, trying to determine how somebody runs his career just because you have somebody who is how do you call it, who brings in the the most pay-per-views. So that's how I see it. Hopefully Chavez puts up the upset and we can go back to having so that I can shut up Oscar De La Hoya a little bit more, because it's becoming too pompous for my liking. That is all for now. If you like the video, subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I do videos like this every other day. Thank you for your time. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.